What's happening, film friends? David the Film. I'm exhausted. I didn't even say my full intro. I'm exhausted today, guys. Whew, what a Tuesday. Just, everybody's just been on edge today, it seems. I don't know. It's been pretty weird. And then you try to, you try to go, no, wait, no, this. And it has to do with movie stuff and what I'm about to talk about. And then there was tech stuff, and then there's political stuff that has to do with sports and everything. And it's just going, man, what is going on here? I can't we just enjoy ourselves with the entertainment that's provided to us? But apparently we can't. But I wanted to chime in more about the J.J. Abrams thing, directing Star Wars Episode 9 and co-writing with Chris Terrio, which is awesome to hear. I did a video on my other channel when I was at work. I just went in my car and I just talked about the news and stuff. And I gave a little brief stint about, I told everybody, I basically told you guys, what I kind of thought about it and stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about it more in detail, especially with the way this day is going. With me, I'm totally for it. I figured, since when they got rid of Colin Trevorrow, I figured either Ryan Johnson or him would actually show up and do it. And apparently the movie was offered to Ryan Johnson. And he turned it down. And I remember I was in a debate with somebody too, saying freaking, he said something in regards to they didn't want to give it to him. I'm like, no, he turned it down. And the reason why, and I totally commend that. I think the reason why he turned it down is because he just spent the last 2 years of his life doing the last Star Wars. There's a lot of pressure. There's an infinite amount of pressure to be a Star Wars director nowadays. There really is. And not to mention 2.5 years, I don't know, pretty much probably since Force Awakens, since they probably started talking to him, this has been his life. So I could totally understand him going, because he would have to just jump right into it. There would be no break. He'd probably, if they gave him a break, it'd be like a week, maybe a month. But I think he probably wants to take a little longer, and maybe he wants to do something else, which I totally commend that. Don't think that he's just walking away because he had such a terrible time. I don't think that's really the case. I mean, we all know that Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy, they're kind of running a tight ship. I mean, it's understandable with things that's been going on, with the whole Han Solo thing and then Colin Trevorrow, just creative differences. Seems like they want to do it one way, and and then bringing JJ back on, a lot of people are like, "What the hell? Why are they playing it safe?" And then I go "Are they playing it safe? Absolutely." But to me, I'm just going, let's finish the trilogy, this legacy trilogy, with the guy who brought it back. And then, hopefully, with the next movies after that, they can venture on with more creative endeavors. Hopefully that's what, And, of course, a lot of people just, there's some people that gave me shit. Really? Disney, Lucasfilm, taking risk? You never know. They're going to have to adapt, okay? They're going to adapt to whatever we want, okay? And eventually, even the people who will just love anything they produce, they're going to get sick of the same shit too, okay? That's where I'm going, okay, they're going to adapt. If people want more, darker stories or a different tone, I'm hoping with the spin-off movies, they start doing lower budget, smaller spin-off movies, that they can really give the director that creative freedom. Because obviously that's not really happening so much right now. And 2 years ago, everybody was in love with J.J. Abrams. I don't understand. 2 years ago, everybody was praising Force Awakens. I mean, there's a group out there that was totally, it was a rehash and, fuck this. But then, of course, he addressed that a little bit. But, I mean, at the same time, I'm like, you know what? As much as, there was certain plot elements, it pretty much had the same beats. But I loved the different kind of characters and the recurring characters, bringing back the characters, and just all that. I mean, there's just a lot of good things, really good things that are in Force Awakens, but for some reason, a lot of people has just lost all love for that in 2 years. So we just gotta relax. Just gotta relax a little bit. Just let JJ do his thing. People are making it sound like he walked around and kicked everybody's dog, okay? No. The guy knows sci-fi. The guy knows how to do stuff. They're not gonna do, and that's the thing, and you're not creative, you're not unique, you're not one of a kind when you're tweeting out oh yeah, J.J. Abrams, we're gonna see the Porgs take down the shields down, and then we're gonna have Rey and Kylo Ren fight in front of Snoke in a make-believe Death Star. It's not gonna be that. There's gonna be elements, no matter what, guys. I always find this funny because I'm going, it's Star Wars, okay? Star Wars, lightsabers, stormtroopers, okay? just X-Wing fighters. It's just going to be those elements. There's always going to be similar elements. No matter what, there's going to be similar beats, just like with superhero movies. Okay, there's always good guy, bad guy. Good guy has to defeat the bad guy, but of course, he has conflict with him, with himself, with his loved ones. There's always going to be those beats with every movie. I mean, if you take every movie, especially when it comes to these kind of movies, there's pretty much the same beats all around. There's nothing original really you can do. You could just tweak things and try to make them as original as possible, and I'm really hoping, and I'm pretty sure that that's what they're going to do, especially since J.J. Abrams already commented about how people were saying that Force Awakens is a rehash of New Hope. He already knows this, and I think Lucasfilm does too, and I really hope that Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy, but who knows, that they want to not make another Return of the Jedi. I mean, I guess we'll find out with Last Jedi, because a lot of people are fearing that it's going to be a rehash of Empire. So if it ends up being similar to how Force Awakens was, then yeah, we could probably start worrying. But even then we shouldn't start worrying, because if everybody gripes enough where it's like, oh yeah, that was just another rehash, they're definitely not going to do a rehash of Jedi with JJ and Chris Terrio, guys. Chris Terrio, Academy Award-winning Chris Terrio. Okay? Batman vs. Superman. Okay? Justice League, he did something different there. So let's not freak out. All right? Let's just relax a little bit. Let's see what happens, okay? Last Jedi still hasn't come out, and we still got 2 years for this movie. It just sucks because he had the DC side was totally shitting on all this, but of course praising Chris Terrio. And then you got the Disney Marvel side who's totally shitting on this and basically shitting on Chris Terrio because of Batman vs. Superman. I even saw somebody say, like, yeah, the scripts for Batman vs. Superman and Justice League were so terrible. And I'm like, wait, you read the script for Justice League? DM me, bro. Tell me details. And of course, it was he actually admitted that, or she, I think it was, oh, I'm just bitching on the internet. I'm like, yes, there you go. That's what we do. And I'm like, God damn, let's relax. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below. Let me know what your thoughts are and everything. And hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the other channel too. Follow me on the social media stuff that is above my head. I'll talk to you later.